driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Reflections. No, I ain't sleeping. It's a lot of stuff happened. I got up, been searching for my cat for days. Sooner or later, I will track him down. So, people have seen him and stuff, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do. So whether you're here for the live or the rewatch, please say hello. If I say something you like, give me a thumbs up. If you say something I don't like, use a mad face or something. And of course, while I'm talking, feel free to make comments if maybe you think I might be off, or maybe you have a different experience. Other people need to hear that stuff. I am not here because I am right. I'm here because I'm willing. So that doesn't mean I always have things right. This is about coming on and letting other people see what life can be like. I used to have a lot of things going on with anxiety, PTSD, things like that. So I used to come on and let people see what that was like. I've done daily reflections in front of the emergency room before, shaking and sweating and everything else. Those days are over. I'm no longer the PTSD poster child, but I do kind of want to get back to that and talk about it so that people know and understand that you are not alone, that you do not have to do this by yourself. Not anymore. So, good to see you, Gary. Quick question for you, Gary. Did you see it pop up? Because it popped up for me. I wonder if it's just my side, so I'm going to do it at the same time here. All right. What? No, I didn't do that. All right. So today we're talking about turning a negative into a positive, and there's several different ways that you could do this, a couple different situations. Let's get started. Did it? Awesome. Cool. See, isn't that much better? And what the thing is, it's telling me that only one person is on. Now it's telling me, okay. So, our spiritual and emotional growth in AA does not depend so deeply upon success as it does upon our failures and setbacks. Why is that? Because those are really the things that we learn from. We will grow more from something that we consider negative than we will from something positive, because we find room to grow in it because it's negative. But now take a positive situation, see where you can grow in it. That's pretty cool. And that is just building on something that's already good. So keep an eye out for that too. But we learn more from our failures and setbacks. Our successes are great. They are, and we should celebrate them. But they come in time, and they should be celebrated when they're supposed to be celebrated. If you will bear this in mind, I think that your slip will have the effect of kicking you upstairs instead of down. So what Bill is talking about here, as Bill sees it, page 184, what he's talking about in that last part, because if you guys think Bill didn't relapse, go read his story, man. He was a chronic relapser, right? So he knows about this. But what he's saying is that just because you made a mistake doesn't mean that you need to kick yourself down more. You can learn from that. Get back to the rooms as fast as you can. Page 185. I'm double checking this because, yeah, because page 184. Meeting adversity. Our spiritual emotional growth in AA does not depend so deeply on success as it does upon our failures and setbacks. We AAs have had no better teacher than old man adversity, except in those cases where we refuse to let him teach us. All right? So what's the saying? Those who do not learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. And isn't that the insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? Now and then, all of us fall under heavy criticism. Now and again? I wish it were now and again. I go through that a lot because of what I do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fear is. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm doing something about it, but when we are angered and hurt, it's difficult not to retaliate in kind. I know it is for me. Especially if somebody talks shit about me, I feel the need to defend myself. And I don't need to do that. Okay? And a lot of times I don't. I just let it be whatever it is. Right? But there's also a certain thing called boundaries, and there's a lot of other things that I do. So in those situations, if it's affecting me, I usually tend to let it slide a little bit more. But if it's affecting the people around me, I put an end to it quickly. You're gonna meet my boundaries very, very quickly. Yet we can restrain ourselves, then probe ourselves, asking whether our critics were really right. Think about it. Yeah, be honest with yourself. Creed told me this, but maybe they're right. God talks through people, right? And say which way. It doesn't say God's going to talk through the people that you want. So be honest and open-minded with yourself, man. Okay? You don't have to go admit to anybody else that you took the advice of some stupid fuck that you don't like. You don't need to do that. Don't worry about it. You're going to end up telling people, though. If so, we can admit our defects to them. Okay. If so, we can admit our defects to them. This usually clears the air for mutual understanding. I don't know. Now and then I always fall under heavy criticism. And to me, that word means that you're talking shit about me. So I think maybe the word back then was maybe a little bit different. So in this case, people were giving you, I don't know. But I'm not going to sit there and admit my defects to somebody that's pissing me off. Not a chance. I don't need to admit my defects to them. I need to admit my defects to God and me. That's it. So that I can work on them. And in that case, I'm probably going, if they're a friend of mine, yeah, then I'm probably going to sell it. But if this person that I don't really know, then I'm going to let my actions do the talking. I keep showing up. I keep doing what I do. Now, if I had done something and hurt somebody, then I'll make my amends. But usually when somebody's putting me under heavy criticism, usually what's going on with me is I probably have PTSD or anxiety going on. And he's just so emotional. I don't like, Suppose our critics are being unfair. Then we can try calm persuasion. No. Mm-mm. If they continue to rant, it's still possible for us in our hearts to forgive them. Yes, you can forgive them. I forgive people every single day for the crap that they are doing to me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be around them. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out of my way to help them. If they called me and asked for help, I'd do it. There'd be some pretty heavy boundaries, though. To forgive them. Maybe a sense of humor can be our saving grace. Thus, we can both forgive and forget. You guys, this is a tough one. And it's a tough one because it is not my job to change other people's minds. It's not my job. It's not my job. And the way I see it is if you're that much up in my business, then maybe you should go talk to your fucking sponsor and leave me the hell alone. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. All right. But that's also been my experience. I do a lot of talking, so therefore there's a lot of opinions made about me. Okay. But there's only one opinion that counts. That's mine. Right? And I make that opinion based off of what God would have me do. In keeping with the pain and adversity which our founders encountered and overcame in establishing AA, Bill W. sent us a clear message. A relapse can provide a positive experience towards abstinence and a lifetime of recovery. Certainly, I've seen a lot of people that went out once, learned their freaking lesson, and they were back. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot. So yeah, just because you did something wrong doesn't mean just because you had a relapse. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to be upset with you. I'm not going to be disappointed in you. I'll have empathy. I know what that's like. A relapse brings truth to what we hear repeatedly in the meetings. Don't take the first drink. It reinforces the belief in the progressive nature of the disease, and it drives home the need for and beauty of humility in our spiritual program. Simple truths come in complicated ways to me when I become ego-driven. Whoa. I tell people this a lot. And I'm just going to use like recovery coaching as an example here. Let's say you go to work for a recovery coaching place, and it's just very, very confusing, and you're not understanding it. Get out, because all of this is extremely simple. It is very, very simple. Not easy, but simple, right? So what am I saying? What am I saying by saying that? What I'm saying is you're probably caught up in somebody else's ego-driven passion. It can get easy to get caught up in those. I do it all the time. But that's how I figured out my boundaries. I don't do that as much anymore. Now when somebody comes and asks me to do something, I'm going to take a little bit of time. We're going to build a relationship first because I don't trust you yet. So what do we do with those things? Is just laughing at it going to make it go away? That doesn't work for me. And take a little bit of time letting it go. Pray for them, man, and mean it. If you don't mean it yet, keep praying. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for daily reflection. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I will be here in the morning. So I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. Bye, guys.